Salam Namaste Sasriyakal and welcome to another beautiful segment of Radio Sangam interview sessions. Today we have a very great personality in our show, Mr. Raheem. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really honored to have you here on my show. Let's get started. To be very honest, when I was just reading your profile and I was reading about and researching about things, I came across that you are a creative artist. You're a dancer, mashallah. You are a choreographer. You are a singer. I was just listening to your song as well. You have done a Billie Eilish song, which was a cover. And my real first question as an artist to you, like, how do you feel like as an artist? Is it kind of like a responsibility on your shoulders, or it's like a normal thing, like being a creative artist? How you can describe it?
Yeah, I can't believe you heard me sing. That's hilarious. So
no, it was so nice, mashallah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I think I come from a family of very like creative personalities. So I grew up listening to a lot of classical music. I would always, like my uncle, my mama, he would spin old vinyls of different things. You know, there was a lot of soul, a lot of funk, hip hop. Like we grew up with a lot of things. And the classical aspect was I feel very blessed to have grown up with my nana nanny. So then they would introduce me to a lot of songs and things like that. Yeah. And my mother would always sing ghazals to us. Like, so we all had like a very like creative, it was always kind of like in me, you know, and it's just like a part of you. So I think growing up, like it was just very much a part of me. When it sort of became a career, then yes, it did have elements of responsibility in it. However, I kind of, you know, I'm fortunate, I'm sure just like you are, you know, you do something that you love doing. So it doesn't always feel like work. It's only when somebody gives you deadlines or like, you know, critique or like certain things that you're a bit like, then all of a sudden, your passion becomes like a work job, you know, like a career. But I mean, it's incredible to say that I do that alongside my academics as well. So not only do I do choreography and I perform and I, you know, do whatever I can do, I'm also studying, you know, for a doctorate. So there's like two things, like there's two parts of me that are always going. But I mean, I love being a creative. Yeah, exactly. You know, and we as creatives, we kind of run the world. So,
yeah, of course. And as this interview is being like a good thing, let's put that study thing apart because no study. So let's talk about as a creative artist. So if someone asks me like, what do you prefer? So I'll definitely go for dancing. So what's your thoughts about like being a dancer is something to express something in front of the world, or being a singer to sing some lyrics in front of the world is something else? What's your stance about it?
I think definitely I'm more of a dancer than anything else. I prefer dance because I think that it connects you to something that no one has any sort of idea of, you know. And dance, I think, is something that you sit there and like, so for example, as a Kathak dancer, you know, I sit there and I listen to the tumris or I listen to the ghazals and I listen to things and it kind of it goes in. And that's why I love performing like Bertak Bav, so where you just sit and not like move or anything, because it connects you and keeps you grounded to the floor. And then that just like brings so much more out of you, you know. So like it's the abhinaya and the expression of dance that I think I connect with most.
Let me add on something very beautiful. While I was watching your profile, there was a song Aya Larie in the Coke Studio season 9, and you were performing on that song. And I was literally watching your moves, especially your feet. The feet was just, it's like tapping on the beat, right on the beat. That was amazing. And it's amazing. It's really nice. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Tell us about your inspirations or your ambitions. Like, what's your life inspiration? How you get inspired from the people or from your family members? What things makes you inspired for it?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be my family members, I think, first and foremost. The women in my family, especially like my nanny, you know, my bibi, my dadi, like everyone, my mum, like, and my aunts, like, because I've noticed and grown up with them and like been around the women in my life. And I feel like Asian women, South Asian women, especially, like go through so much and have to like do so many things, you know. And it's the strength and their willpower, their drive, their ambition that drives me to do a lot of things. And I think they've really inspired me to do so much in my life and to be the creative that I am. Aside from, you know, things that everyone always says, like music and lyrics and things like that, I feel that there's a certain type of vocal, you know, like the really old, like sort of Mughal Azam, Pakiza kind of like vintage vocal.
I got it. I got the vibe.
Yeah. And and speaking of Coke Studio, Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo by Farida Khanam ji. Like,
vibration just touched me there. So
it's those songs, and it's that folk deep vocal that really inspires me. Yeah,
beautiful. And if I'll ask you deliberately, like because in life people, you and me and other ones definitely have a lot of life lessons, of course, a lot of life lessons. So if I just ask you, choose one life lesson, and if you wanted to spread a message according to your life lesson to the creative artists around the world, whether they are in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, UK, wherever they are, what kind of a message it will be from Raheem?
The message from Raheem to the world is always embrace your true, authentic self.
Mashallah,
never run away from who you are.
Mashallah, that's amazing. And you know, let's talk about something about looking graceful. You know, looking graceful is like a part. And when you look graceful, your outfit's really nice. You look slick, fresh. So everyone, it's like a human nature. You feel like you get praised for, and especially when you have got good hairs. And mashallah, you have a very beautiful hairs. I really want to tell you, it's really nice.
Thank you.
What's your stance about looking healthy, looking graceful in terms of in front of people, in front of audience, when you go there, out there for dancing? And
yeah, I think it's something that's very it's a key part of performance, I think. And I think just when you feel healthy and you look, and you know, you look healthy and you feel good within yourself, like it radiates, and that energy in a person exudes onto the world. And I think people naturally gravitate towards a person that feels incredible about themselves, you know. And I think that for me, especially for the work that I do and the dancing that I do, you have to be confident. You have to have a good mental and inner health and emotional health in order to exude that out there, right? So I think that, yeah, definitely it kind of ties in with being graceful. I mean, I'll be honest, not everybody is blessed with grace. there's a lot of people out there that aren't as graceful, but the people that we see, and you know, I'm fortunate enough to say that I do exude a nice amount of grace when I perform, and I think that, like, it's all about being in tune with yourself. So it's all about understanding who you are, working with who you are, talking to yourself, understanding your inner dialogues. Because once you've got that, the world is yours.
Let me tell you a little funny story about myself. Like, as we are talking about grace, healthy, let's roll on to the hairs. You know, when I was in Pakistan, my mother used to say, when I was just doing my hair stuff in front of the mirror, she said, like, "Oh, chhad de para, rehn de, kharab ho jane." I was like, "Nah, Ammi Jaan, it's for me, it's like something like I'm taken out in the world, and the people are gonna see me. If they are messed up, I'm messed up, totally messed up." So the hairs, especially the hairs, is a fundamental key to tell other people that you are clean, nice, and you look fresh. So what Raheem will say about this one, about this little story of mine?
I say that you've got a great hairstyle. I say continue so on. It looks lovely. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, I think especially as like South Asians, like our hair is like so like staple to who we are, right? And like obviously for me, like I've had a lot of hairstyles. I've had long hair, short hair, medium hair. I've had no hair. I've done the whole thing. But like as of late, obviously, as you can see, my hair is like very long now, and it's become almost like a spiritual journey. I feel like your hair is something that's such a part of you. And it really does. And like hair anywhere, right? Your dhari, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, anything, right? Like that's all part of our look. So if that's going to be messed up in a certain way, like you've seen the videos on Facebook and Instagram and all that, it changes a person completely, Hannah. So like, it's about, I think the fact that you took time on your hair and appearance, I mean, look at you now. You know, Mr. Radio Sangam, you know, so you're doing the best thing that you were doing.
Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you. So, Raheem, talking about Vodka products, Vodka shampoo. Honestly, I'm also using it, to be very honest. So
who doesn't?
Yeah, it's really impressive. It's really nice. Out of chemicals, truly. And how you would describe it? You definitely use those products, Vodka shampoo. So how you would describe
it? So the Vodka products are incredible. I mean, aside from their new multivitamin range that's just come out now, obviously with the campaign that I was a part of, Vodka oil, hair oils, has been a part of my life since I was probably born, you know, and even beforehand. Like, it becomes like, it's like a rasam, isn't it, in a house? Like, it becomes like your traditions. Like, you sit there, you get your hair oiled, you know, you do the whole thing. So Vodka products for me, like, the oils I've been using, and that's a big part of my hair care range. And I think that sorry, I shouldn't say range, it's their hair care range, it's my process and my sort of you know, my ideas behind it. But like the shampoo and conditioners are incredible. I think once you get a range as strong and as great and healthy as Vodka is, you should use all 3 products within the ranges, because then you get the most out of it. So I use a lot of their almond products and their coconut and argan oil. Argan oil for me, like, that's a godsend, right? So like when they started to do all of that, I think that's like one of the best oils that you can use on your hair.
What you will recommend me to? Argan oil?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it obviously all depends on how your hair is. You look like you've got a good thick head of hair, right? And it's obviously very shiny. It doesn't look too dry. So I would definitely use things like argan oil and coconut oil, because that keeps the roots strong and it keeps it shiny. And, you know, you're a big personality, you know, so you need to have good hair. Otherwise, everyone's going to be like...
Definitely. So, Raheem, let me add on one more thing in this thing, that you are participating in this campaign of Vodka. So how you will tell us that what this campaign will do, how you will reach out to the people, how you will definitely convince them about your actions, about your words, how, like, what's this?
Well, I think the incredible thing about the Vodka campaign for Stronger Roots, which is a campaign that we're discussing, is that it's 5 real stories of very individual people in their communities that are doing incredible things. You know, you've got the power lifter, like you've got Karanji, you've got, you know, so many others, like the yoga instructor. You've got so many different people that are in it, and you know, incredible stories. We have a cancer survivor, you know, we have the lady that's going grey but embraces that because it's a natural thing. And just like Vodka is all natural, we're all natural.
Definitely,
you know, and with me growing my hair and embracing who I am and embracing, you know, the people that are around me and allowing me to live my true life, like, it's incredible. So like, I think the campaign is something that is a message for so many people. It's a message that there are real stories out there. There's the authenticity that's out there, and you should never be afraid of embracing that, and never be afraid of choosing what you want to do. And I think that's the beautiful thing about the campaign.
And I say that if you have a feeling, or if you have a momentum of being a learner, then you can get the inspiration from everyone, especially the people you mentioned. I was just reading about those people, and truly massive respect to you, Raheem, as well. So coming back to some creative part. So as you mentioned that you do enjoy dancing. So does any project you are working right now, or any project is coming in the later future? Because nowadays I know the COVID, with the pandemic, I'm sorry, you know.
But... yeah, it's not great. So obviously, aside from my academics, I mean, the dance projects that I've got coming up, I've had a few, I've got a few performances coming up in May. I'm choreographing for some shows at the end of April. And I have some commission pieces that are going to be going out onto stage, so in theaters. So I am working on like projects now that everything is slowly opening up. You know, it'll be good to go away from performing on a screen, you know, to like going off and performing somewhere else. So we've got some really exciting like new performances. We've got you know, in spaces that have never seen Kathak, for example, you know, so like cabaret spots and you know, a lot of like queer spaces, like, so it's very exciting to go out there and branch out in different parts of London, you know, and I recommend everybody come.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I would definitely
I'll say,
try.
listen, I'm saving you a seat. Yeah, Mubasit ji, I'm saving you a seat.
Definitely,
Yeah,
it will be my honor to be there. And
good.
personally, Raheem, it's personally really an honor. So if I'm not wrong, you really into the Kathak, like the classic thing. So as you mentioned about that, Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo by Farida Khanam, then Jagjit Singh, then Ghulam Ali, they are all masterpieces. Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. So in this pandemic, obviously everyone was being in lockdown. So what Raheem did listen mostly, which tracks like you listened to on? So I really wanted to know what tracks you did listen in this pandemic.
Oh, that's a good question. So I listened to a lot of Coke Studio within the pandemic.
Wow.
So I listened to, yeah, I love Coke Studio. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. My friends and I listen to it all the time. So yeah, Aaj Jaane Ki Zid Na Karo, Ayalari, obviously, like all the ones that I've danced to. But then, and then, gosh, and then some sort of slower Punjabi songs. So I danced Bhangra as well. So I did a lot of that. Yeah, so I listened to a lot of like Hadi Sandhu, Rekha Bhardwaj, like all of those sort of like, you know, ideas. And then I listened to a lot of the classics. So, you know, like from films that kind of people don't talk about, like Mughal Azam. So Mohe Pangat Pe. Is one of my favorite songs. Tare Rahio. So I listen to a lot of those sort of like songs. Yeah, those are like my songs. Those are the ones that I listen
Raheem,
to.
like it's the tracks you are mentioning to me. These tracks are really rare nowadays. People don't listen to it much because it's kind of like old ones, which is okay. They are fine with the statement, but these are timeless. And you are mentioning, I was feeling that tracks inside my head, inside my body. Oh, that's
very that. It's great, like, you know, Chalte Chalte, like all of those like old songs that like have,
it's my mom's favorite.
Your mom has great taste. But then, and then I would like listen to, I mean, I personally think until the day I pass, Bombay and Dil Se and Tal are my 3 top films that have the best songs ever. Like, I don't think there's any other film that I think has the best like original soundtracks. Dil Se, you could listen to that on repeat.
A. Rahman is, you know, the masterpiece. He gave the best one, especially in the Slumdog Millionaire, the music he gave in that one.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I'm fortunate enough to say that we've performed to his music in a concert, you know, and we've met the gentleman and he's incredible. But like performing to that, I mean, my dream is to perform to Kehna Hi Kya from Bombay, but in the original Tamil soundtrack. Oof. So good.
That's great. That's great, right? So in this end of this interview, because I'm really loving it and we got really short of period of time, and I'm really hopeful that we're gonna be in touch and talk to more about these creative things as an artist. Because I love to be get more knowledge from the artist, from the creative artists, especially from the dancers and those who have a passion for the music. I really love it. So before ending this one, I really wanted to ask you if you need to, like, you have already said a message to the world, but now if you wanted to say something to the world by this pandemic, you can say by an artist perspective, any perspectives, or by being as a campaigner by the Vertigo. So what message will be that for the world?
Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm running for like a Miss World pageant. Okay. So, yeah, I think
you're respectable. You're truly respectable. That's why I really wanted to know.
You're so kind. Yeah, I think in terms of everything, be it the pandemic, be it as a creative, and obviously being a part of the Stronger Roots campaign for Vodka, like they all 3 do come together in the sense that I think we all just need to be more human. You know, we need to be nicer to one another. We've all been cooped up for so long, and without, you know, real contact and like being in a space with one another, being in, you know, around each other, being like in social spaces and so on. I think my main message to everyone is just to be respectful and be aware that we have all been through this. and we are all the same right now. So it's not about your religion, your caste, your, you know, who you like and who you don't like, and, you know, who you end up marrying and all of this business. That doesn't mean anything. What it boils down to now is we as the human race, we as people need to just be there for one another. And I think that's all I want people to do is, you know, sometimes you don't agree with things. Sometimes you don't agree with the way that somebody says something or the way that they live their life, or it might not make sense to you. But things that don't make sense to you don't make sense to you. They don't have to make sense to everyone. As long as they make sense to yourself, do you know what I mean? And you know yourself, that's all that matters, in my opinion. So treat people nicely, treat them, you know, even if you don't like them, don't tell them, there's no need. And yeah, because I don't want to hear it. And yeah, just be respectful of people's space. And you know what? Laugh. I just want people to laugh and not take things seriously anymore. Like just go out there and have a good time is what I want people to do.
Have a good time. There was a track in late 80s, I might remember, by the Cools and the Gangs, Cherish. So it's like cherish the world you live. So it's being just cherish the people you are, cherish this lifestyle, cherish the breath you're taking, and respect the lovely word you just said, Raheem. Respect is really needed in the world. Really, really needed. From top to bottom, everyone needs to respect each other.
Absolutely. And yeah, exactly. Just go out there and just be respectful. You know, don't let anybody feel like they're any less, because you know, people have been through a really, really hard time in this last year.
Exactly.
We all have.
Exactly.
So like, let's
in every way,
in every way. Yeah.
So inshallah, definitely.
And for God's sake, wash your hands. Yeah.
And do cover your faces
and cover your face
when you go like in the public places. It's
because some of you do look better with a mask on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. So Raheem, I'm really honored. Thank you so much for joining me and for this lovely interview. I wish you good luck for your future projects, and also I wish you good luck for your future dancing things. I really wanted to hear your more voice. Please sing more.
Yeah, I'm going to. We've got projects and stuff that are coming out where I'm actually going to be using my voice a lot more.
Really, really
but
nice.
We'll have to collaborate, you and I and Mubasit. We'll have to do a dance video or a sing song together.
Definitely. I would love to dance on the Kala Chashma.
Wow, I haven't heard that song in a long time, but yeah, okay, let's do that.
Yeah, it's a good one, upbeat one, so we'll definitely do that. And thank you so much, Raheem.
Thank you for having me.
At the very end, if you would like to just say a few words to give me a shout out, I would love to have it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I've got it all here ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they've told me to say it. I'll say it. Yeah, cool. So this is Raheem Mir, and I want everyone to always stay tuned and always keep listening to Radio Sangam on 107.9 FM, because it is the only station you should be listening to. I don't understand why you would listen to any other station. It's rude if you do. And if you had to listen to one show and one show only, okay, I want everyone to listen to Mubasit Shahid. He is the only radio jockey, the only DJ, the only presenter that I'm going to invite round to my house for any sort of dinner, breakfast, lunch, because he is a good man. And we both came wearing yellow, so you know that he's got a good fashion sense. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Trust him.
Okay. You reminded me of My Name Is Khan, you know, yellow dirty Shahrukh Khan. So thank you so much, Raheem. Take care of yourself and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Stay safe.
And you.